Woo! We're live. Cool. All right, today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, and you are watching me do the puzzles. Welcome to Kirk H. Miller. If you like what you see, give it a like, thumbs up me, and subscribe. Consider subscribing. We are a growing community of fun puzzle lovers, which is really fun. Today, I was chuckling just as I started because I'm picking lunch out of my teeth and like, wait, maybe I shouldn't start yet. I got myself a nice water bottle here, luckily, so I'm doing okay. But actually, I was at Walmart yesterday. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with Walmart. It's a certain atmosphere, that doesn't jive all the time. But we were there, and I love going to see what the discounts are. Call me stingy or something, but I tend to go onto the like discount bakery cart to see if there's anything that's for sale. I love going to, I don't know why, maybe I am stingy, I don't know, but I went just yesterday, and they have the pizza rack over by the deli, and here was this big stack of these like calzones. You've ever had like a stromboli or a calzone? It's like a pizza pocket thing, right? And they're usually like $6, and they were on sale for I think $1.80, $1.79 or something. And I'm like, oh, I cannot resist. So I bought 4 of them, and I didn't have time to eat today, so I ran and I quickly warmed one up. Actually, I did eat today. I take that back. I brought a little bit of the salad that I made last night. And I was just hungry when I got home, so I ended up making one of these little calzones, and it was really good. I threw it in the air fryer for 17 minutes or whatever the package says, and it tasted pretty dang good. So I was impressed. So hey, Mr. Palad, how you doing? Just want to let you know that we're trying to keep a really friendly atmosphere here. So careful what you say. Because we want to keep it light. We want to keep it friendly doing these fun puzzles. So let's keep it that way. All right, let's do connections. Whoa, unlock more. No thanks. Thanks for the pop-up ad on my live stream. I appreciate that. All right, I see bean, gag, trunk, muzzle, tail, may, act, paw, tad, bit, root, sketch, branch, flag, fur, and leaf. All right, I see a lot of dog words like fur, paw, muzzle, and bean, like toe beans. Oh my gosh, what if it was toe beans? Fur. Let's come back to that because I don't initially see a 4th word. I could be wrong here. I have been wrong in the past. Branch, flag. Oh, tail. Wait, I did miss one. Hold on. Tail, muzzle, paw, fur. All right, that's got to be. Yep, canine and feline features. Great. Supposedly, there's one even easier. The yellow category. I did not find it in the intended order. I actually found the yellow last yesterday. I don't know about you if you did the puzzles yesterday, but that one definitely took me by surprise. Let's see. What do we have? Bean. Root. Okay, maybe root, leaf, trunk. Oh, and branch. Oh, I bet that's the yellow category. Oh, totally. So, features of a dog or cat, features of a tree. Somebody's comedy act, right? A sketch, a gag, and a bit. Yeah. Comedy routine, an act, a bit, a gag, and a sketch. Different skits, right? Comedy skits. And then May Day, Flag Day, not Bean Day. There's no Bean Day. A tad and a bean. I don't know. What do you have for us? Oh, pole. Oh, I could see that. Okay, beanpole, flagpole, maypole, and tadpole. That's cute. So we had canine and feline features. First we had fur and muzzle, paw, and tail. Parts of a tree, different kingdom, right? Animal kingdom, plant kingdom. Branch, leaf, root, and trunk. A comedy routine, right? Somebody's comedy skit. We've got their act, their bit, their gag, and their sketch. Hey, how you doing there? Walperman. Love it. Awesome. Good to have you on board. And then the purple category we just barely saw was a blank, a fill in the blank. Blank pole. Bean pole, flagpole, maypole, and tadpole. Awesome. Okay, and then today, look at our mini crossword puzzle. It's got a target in the middle. It's got a hole in the middle for some reason. Looks like there's one that's 5 across, and then 4 across, 3 across. So let's see what happens. With 7 across, flight option that saves money at the expense of sleep. Oh, you know what? That would be a red eye. A red eye flight. Yeah. Like pastel shades. Pastels are lighter. Pastels are soft. We might change that. I don't know if that's correct. Appliance on a patio. Maybe your grill. I love grilling. Oh, man. I was taking the dog out last night, and my neighbor next door, it was blowing in just the perfect direction. The wind was blowing in the right direction. And, oh, man, it smelled so good. He was doing like barbecue chicken thighs or something, and it had barbecue sauce on it. Oh, man. It was one of those moments like, oh, I need barbecue right now. It was insane. Let's see. Simplicity. Simplicity is like, what's a 4-letter word? Ease? I don't know. I might be totally wrong. Let's do some down answers here. Underpaid employees request. You're probably wanting a raise, so I don't think this one is correct. Underpaid, you're wanting a raise. Fashion magazine with a palindromic name. That is Elle magazine. My photography class is just barely finishing their magazine cover. And a couple girls are on the cover of Elle magazine. You don't see boys on the cover of Elle magazine. It's all about fashion. Director Guillermo del Toro. Cool director. To thank God, say. How about to pray? And then, will you look at that? Gee, look at that. I love the ads everywhere now. It's getting a little spammy. Cool. Well, look at what we had. Oh, it was ease. Remember I said simplicity. What if it was ease? I'm trying to think of a 4-letter word that could fit there. It was exactly what I thought. With 7 across, a flight option that saves money at the expense of sleep. A red eye. Like pastel shades. Pale. Okay. Yeah, pale. Appliance on a patio. Grill. I just realized what the joke was. That's funny. Look at the middle. It's an eye, and there's a red circle. Red eye. Simplicity, ease. Right, red eye. Underpaid employees request a raise. Fashion magazine with a palindromic name. Elle magazine. Palindrome means it's spelled forwards and backwards the same way. Director Guillermo del Toro. To thank God is to pray. And will you look at that? Gee, will you look at that? Look at this. We're on a 71-day streak. That's pretty cool. No thanks for the offer. I appreciate it, though. Okay, what do we start with? We've gotten really lucky doing P words, but I don't think we're going to do a P word today. Let's do I don't know. How about mount? Okay. Oh, nice. There's an O somewhere and an N in the fourth position, for sure. Let's do... trying to think of a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first 5 letters. Like, flare. Flare's a good word. No help at all. Okay. Check. Not a word. I'm trying to use a word that hopefully can use up all of those letters. I don't know if we're going to get it though. I don't know why I keep gravitating toward that P. Maybe because I've been starting my letters with P the last little while. Oh, how about pesky? Okay, so there is an E, but none of those other letters. So we have an O, an N, and an E. The N is in the right place. So this is either something, 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 N-E. Or what are 2 consonants that go together? Oh, it can't be O. Hold on a minute. Can't be O. Can't be blank O. So what if it was O something something? Ooh. That means that there are 3 consonants in a row, which is not as likely. It could happen. So what if it's like... we haven't guessed the H yet. Gone. See, I keep getting hung up on letters. Like, what if it's not an H? It has nothing to do with the letter H. Trying to think of letters that go together. It's not a Q because QU would go together and the U's already used up. So maybe it's not an O or an E. Could be an E. Hold on. I haven't tried E yet. Ewonk. Not a word. Man, why am I having such a hard time with this? I think I have it. No, it can't be. No, there's no Y. Dang it. Oh, I thought I had it. There's no Y in the puzzle. Golly. Could be a double letter. I mean, I haven't thrown that on the table yet. What if it's a double letter? Okay, it can't be the O or the E. I'm sorry, I see my chat going in the corner of my eye, but I'm not looking at it. Even if you're screaming the answer to me, I'm purposefully not looking at my chat, specifically for the Wordle. I love to, I don't know why, I'm sadistic like that. I love just struggling through the Wordle myself. So if you are screaming the answer to me, I'm so sorry, I'm not looking at it. Okay, so I could guess this. That might be throwing it away because there's already an S. I know there's not an S in the puzzle. Hang on. Is that a thing? Hold on. Isn't that a hyphenated word, though? Ozone. That's a word, right? Oh my gosh. That scared me. That legitimately scared me. Oh, great word. Endow. Light's going, I'm not screaming at you. You were actually in all caps. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. That's really funny. I always say, I literally was not looking at the chat. That's so funny that you had it all caps, like you're screaming, like you're yelling. Oh my gosh. But good guesses. Super good. Ebony, endow. Awesome word. Could we have played endow? E-N-D-O-W. Well, the N was in the fourth, so it was not likely to be endow. Index. Yeah, we're using letters that, like, gosh, what's left, you know? I thought, that's so funny. Like, you know when you stare at a word and you're like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, I looked at this one, I'm like, nah, it's not going to be that. It's a hyphenated word. Wow. I thought it was like literally O-zone. Apparently not. Yeah, like to give a gift. It's a deep, meaningful word. I like that. Okay. Next, we're moving on to the Strands puzzle. And Strands... Oh, excuse me. I told you I just barely had lunch, and it was delicious. It was really nice. It was like a calzone with steak in it, and they're usually like $6, and they were on clearance for $1.80. So I yoinked 4 of them for $1.80 each. It was awesome. So I'm actually thinking about going back and getting a couple more because that could make really good lunches. I was pretty impressed. So I hope you don't mind taking a water break today. There we go. All right. Today's theme in the Strands is what a softie. What a softie. How about... Well, let me explain. If you've never played a Strands before, it's kind of like a word search. And we were looking for words that go left and right, up and down. Or maybe they intersect, right? They go kind of snaking around. And the theme, you don't know what words you're searching for until you have to sort of like uncover the theme. Once the true nature of the theme comes out, then we know more or less what we're shooting for. So like here, what a softie. This could be like soft, maybe soft clothing. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ready? Slipper. Oh my gosh, it is. It is. Soft things, right? What else is soft? Maybe a robe. Is robe in there? Slippers. Soft. Yeah, steak. Well, it's like steak strips, you know, like a Philly cheesesteak in a calzone. It was awesome. It was really good. Oh, you saw sappy? S. I see S and PP. We already guessed that one. Okay, wait a minute. I think I see the spangram. Get fuzzy. Fuzzy things. Oh gosh. Okay, so what else is fuzzy? Fuzzy sweater. Fuzzy duckling. Oh my gosh. Okay, 3 more words. We already got the spangram. It's probably like here, here, and here. Fuzzy. Fuzzy what? How am I not seeing this? Oh, hey, Lucas, welcome aboard. Did you have a good birthday? Well, by the time we talked to you, it was early afternoon for me, but it was pretty late at night for you, huh? Starting to wind down for the night. Everybody in the world, you know, it's a different time zone, right? You're all over the world. It's probably late right now, huh? Putting yourself to bed soon, I bet. What else is soft and fuzzy? Fuzzy slippers, fuzzy duckling, fuzzy... 2 a.m. Holy smokes. 2 a.m. Praia. That's not how you spell praia. Fuzzy. Fuzzy pill. Fuzzy. I feel like pillow would be there, right? A fuzzy pillow. How about a plushie? P-L. I don't even see a U in the whole puzzle. Why am I not seeing this? Oh, peaches. Oh my gosh, is peaches in there? Yeah. Wait, how? I don't see it. P-E-A-C-H, peach. Good find. Good find. Who said that? Lipo. Thank you. Yep. Even at 2 in the morning, your mind is spry and ready to learn, ready to think. So maybe this one, it goes up and around. It could go down like this. Oh, I see. Caterpillar. Caterpillar. What? That's what I said. Maybe I missed a letter. You are a genius. Absolutely. Classic fuzzy peach. And then fuzzy Chanel. C-H-E-N-N-I-L. I spelled it wrong. Chanel. Let me show you Chanel. So Chanel is a very fuzzy, like soft fabric. That's Chanel. Very fuzzy. All right. Well, good. Perfect on this puzzle. What a softie. Get fuzzy. Fuzzy slippers. Fuzzy duckling. Fuzzy, what was this one? Caterpillar. And a peach. And Chanel. Awesome. Good stuff. We have got the letterbox going. You're a woman, don't even know that? What's Chanel? It's just like a fuzzy material, fuzzy fabric. All right, let's see. I know a couple of women that don't know everything. Only a couple. There's not many. Most women know just everything. They're a lot smarter than us. So try to solve in 6 words. 6 words means maybe there's some harder letters, and I do see some harder letters. I see a Z, an X. There's no S. There's no T. There's an A. Man, where was that A when I needed it yesterday? I was trying to come up with all these different ones. They only pretend to not know. Yeah, I would totally downplay it. Yeah, downplay it. That's so funny. All right, so on the top we have an I, an E, and an O, a G, an M, and an L, an X, a Z, and an N, a D, F, and A. Okay, so we're trying to use up all of these letters in 6 words or less. Sometimes we get real good and we can solve it in 2 or 3 words. Not likely that you get it in 2, but it is possible. And you actually know the next day how it could have been solved in 2. I think the AI bot solves it for you, you know. We can't use 2 letters one after the other on the same side, but we can span across. So, oh, good one. We can't use famine because F and A are on the same side, but I love your thinking. F-L-I-G. Oh, there's no H. Can't do flight. Well, there's no T either. Oh, boy. I think flimsy is with an S anyway. I can't do an IE. Okay. Oh, there's no T. Ah. Isn't that how it always is? You go, oh, what a perfect word, and then it can't work. Oh, because you're hungry. Oh, okay. I like it. I could go for a peach too. The problem with peaches is if you get them too soon, they're like really hard, and then the moment they're perfect, they're awesome. And if you wait too long, then they're all like mushy and goopy, right? Fling could be fling. Let's see. Can we play fling? F-L-I-N-G. Watch, we'll do a fancy one. We'll go I-N-G around the horn again. Flinging. It's the same exact word, puzzle-wise. We do need to get rid of that X and the Z. And we're on a G right now. Gomez, that's a proper name. You can't do proper names. Unless the proper name is actually a dictionary word, too. You don't want a peach, you want a steak calzone. Sign me up. Honestly, though. Yeah, I'm actually literally thinking about, after this stream, going back to the Walmart. It's just in, like, the pizza section, like the case where they have all of the, the frozen pizza stuff. And they had a bunch over by the deli that were on clearance. I want to see if they're still on clearance, and if they're not, maybe they replaced them with new ones, but I kind of hope they're there. So Lux would be all right. L. Oh, I don't even see a U. No, we can't play Lux. Okay, I'm going to write down this word in case we have to just erase it. Sometimes the best way to do it is just wipe the slate clean. Fling. Good word. All right. We need to get rid of the Z and the X. And I can't play Xerxes. One of my longtime viewers always wants me to play the word Xerxes. It almost happened today, but we can't because there's no R. If only. Oh my gosh. Maximize. Yes! How powerful I am. Maximize. Oh my gosh. Ready for this? Ready for this? ING. Maximizing. Awesome. All in one word. We got rid of the Z and the X. That feels good. That is awesome. That's so good. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Maximizing. We got rid of the Z and the X all in one go. Incredible. That's incredible. Isn't Godel a word? Oh, God is a word. Sure. Here, let's go for that one. Isn't Delft a word? D-life. To unalive someone is to D-life. We could play Delhi. How about Delhi? And then I can't play if. It's too short. All right, maybe we need to come up with a different word than deli. Ending on an I is really tricky. Deli as in steak calzone deli? Heck yeah. At 2 a.m. and you're needing a steak calzone. Oh, isn't that fun? Here we're doing puzzles together and gravity pulls you in a different direction than me. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, would that work though? Ding. Okay, cool word, but it doesn't really help all that much. here, we'll just put it in to show you that it does work. But the problem is now we're on the G. What am I going to do for these 3 letters we still need? It's a gel. Gel is a word. Is loafing a word? Not a word. I think it's L-O-A, but I can't get over to the A-F. How about lo-fi? Lo-fi is a word. Thank you very much. Look up any lo-fi on YouTube, and you'll see that it is a word. Gravity pulls you in a lot of different directions because I crave steak calzones at 2 a.m. Oh, that's funny. It's early afternoon here. Mid-afternoon here. So I just barely had a little lunch. Still the 23rd. So for you, I guess it would be already the 24th. It's Thursday where you are. Oh, why can't I think of one last word? Maybe let's get rid of that one. G. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Golf. Oh no! Gouging your eyes out. What do you do for work? Do you? I'm a teacher. I love teaching. I'm fortunate to go to work every day. I love what I do. But some people I know probably dread the dread sleep just knowing that you have to wake up. How do I explain my deep sense of despair? Oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. How about this one? Fending. There we go. That'll get us there. Love it. All right. So take a look at how we did this one. Look at all the crosses, right? The cross this way, cross that way. That was all the letters I and M, N and G. We blazed a trail for the ING. Look at that. We started with maximizing. And then the G led us to God. The D led us to ding dong. Thanks for that one. Who said ding dong? Yeah, Lipo, you're on fire. You are on fire coming up with these words at 2 a.m. You need sleep. Golf, right? The G led us to golf. I was trying to think of what words have L and F in them. Duh, golf. And then the F, we just needed, what do we need left? Just the N? No, we had the N. Maybe the I? No, we had the I. F, E. In all that time, we never used an E? Is that really what it was? Holy cow. In all that time, we never used the letter E. That's crazy. Primary care physician, they're calling me into the student clinic during exam season. So, I mean, the students are probably lack of sleep too, huh? Everyone during pretty hefty exam time. Right now, we're actually in the student exams for American schools here. We're doing, oh man, the ACT the juniors have already taken. The career and technology education classes all have this huge high stakes test that they all have to take, and my kids actually did phenomenally well. Most of them certified. It was only a couple of stragglers that didn't certify on that test. And then they have, silly like ACT prep things for the sophomores and for the freshmen. And then the AP test, right? Advanced placement classes have these huge high stakes, right? I feel it. Yeah. They come with the weirdest clinical presentations. Med as a word. Oh, man. Yeah. I guess we could have done it. M-E-D right there. So... fending. You see, fending was the last word we said. Oh, you can't see it because my big fat head is in the way. There we go. Now you can see the word. How do I deal with the ones that keep crying? I'm glad my kids are doing well. It seemed like a great teacher. Oh, thank you. Thank you. How do I keep them from crying? They are teenagers. So I teach high school. So, there's primary school, we call it elementary school, and then middle school, and then high school is the, secondary schools. And and I teach photography, video, and TV broadcast, all the fun stuff. That's why I look forward to it, because it's really fun stuff. I jokingly say if I was an English teacher, I would have quit by now. But no, I really love what I do. I love what I teach. I'm super, super lucky, super fortunate. So, all right, well, let's recap. Let's recap, and then maybe we'll think about some steak calzones. College kids, they need emotional regulation mechanisms. I find that is so true in high school as well. I am finding more and more that kids are not as well regulated emotionally, right? Social emotional learning. Just the kids expect like safety nets all the time. They're hoping that somebody will come bail them out, and there are just some times that nobody is coming to save you. Especially now, right at the end of our semester, the end of the school year is coming up. I have had to have some real sucky conversations with some kids. Like a kid came in. I was just telling this on the live stream. Kid came in at the beginning of March, and he said, "Hey, did you get my email?" And his email was carbon copied. He sent the exact same email to me and my friend, the drawing teacher, and to both of us. He said, "Hey, this is so unlike me, but I just realized that I have a photography class." And then imagine you get the exact same email to the drawing teacher. "Gosh, I don't know what's come over me. I didn't realize I had a drawing class," right? Insert class here. And it was far-fetched for me to believe, and then definitely impossible for both of us to not have his class, or he didn't realize that he had our classes. So long story short, I thought the whole thing was over, and then I got an email 2 nights ago from the mom of this kid, and she said, "Oh, I didn't know how dire the situation was," and she was explaining and stuff, and she was like, "Yeah, it sounds like he's doing okay in your class now," and I was like, "I don't think you understand how dire the situation actually is." Your kid, I've never seen your kid in my class, never once. The one time I did see him was this interaction where he asked, "Hey, did you get my email?" And I'm like, "You have a lot of guts coming in here, like lying bold-faced to me and then expecting to double down on it like that." I do feel bad for him, I really do, because he's a senior, like he needs the credits, and I'm like, you can't make up a class you never went to. We have 20 days left in the semester. We're graduating kids soon, and there's just that's what I'm saying. He will learn. That's a tough lesson. You don't do the things you're supposed to do, and there are consequences, right? There's just simply natural consequences, and there are not always safety nets. The question out of someone's mouth, we were about to do these high stakes tests, and one of the questions a kid had was, "When's the retake?" And I'm like, "You haven't even taken the test yet. Why would you ask when the retake is?" They have it in their head that there's this safety net that, if I don't do well this time, I can just do it again another time. Sorry, honey, that's not how life works, right? If you get somebody's order wrong, it's not like, "Oh, well, can I have a do-over? Can I do it again?" No, you're fired, right? It's like that's not how the real world works. And so I don't know. I've been very very thoughtful, very pensive about the way human behavior works lately, especially with these younger kids, and I'm dealing with them 14 to 18, sometimes 19 years old, usually 18. I do have one kid that's 19 years old. It's kind of funny, but then you have them as college kids when they're 19 and above. That's just, I don't know, it's a different world, different flavor of kid, just a totally different animal these days. All right. Well, speaking of animals, let's go over the connections. I see two animals right there. Canine and feline features: fur, muzzle, paw, and tail. Parts of a tree: the branches, leaf, root, and trunk. Comedic routine, right? These different skits, comedic skits. act, bit, gag, and sketch. And then blank pole, beanpole, flagpole, maypole, and tadpole. Okay, in the mini crossword puzzle today, we had a kind of a funny one right in the middle there. See the eye that has a red circle with 7 across. Flight option that saves money at the expense of sleep. Red eye. And then, of course, in the middle of the puzzle is a red eye. Like pastel shades, pale. Appliance on a patio, a grill. Simplicity, the ease. Right, we saw red eye. Underpaid employees request. Raise. Can I have more money, please? Fashion magazine with a palindromic name. Palindrome, of course, means it's the same forwards and backwards. What's a beanpole? So a beanpole is kind of a funny reference to someone that's really tall. You might say they're a beanpole. And an actual beanpole is literally just a bean plant that grows up really tall. It's weird they call it pole, huh? But the plant, as it grows, it wants to grow upward, but it can't grow up. It'll slump down, so they tie it to a pole. They call that the bean pole, and they're long and skinny. And so sometimes you will call a really skinny person a bean pole, just as a joking nickname. It's not anything harmful or anything. It's not mean. Just, wow, what a bean pole. He's such a tall guy. Director Guillermo del Toro. Oh, is your husband really tall and skinny? Thank God, let's say, to pray. And will you look at that? Gee. Okay, what an absolute, this was a tough puzzle. This was a really tough one. We had another one a couple days ago. It was like, I already forget the word. It was like shale or I forget. It was not a common word, and neither is this, ozone, right? The layer of the atmosphere that lets all the pollution stay in or something. I forget what it is. Ozone. So my theory, my strategy is to just come up with a word and then come up with 2 other words that don't use any of the previous letters. So mount, that gave us the O and the N. Flare, which doesn't use any of those previous letters and no help at all. And then pesky, which had an E and no other previous letters. So then we went to ozone, mixing letters around. I'm like, there's no way. How can any of these work? I tried, N, D, N, H, like what goes there? So we ended up with ozone because that double letter. It's always funny. I always think, like, what are the letters? What are the letters? And then it's an afterthought. I go, what if there's a double letter? What if, And sure enough, there was today. Yeah, our stats are looking great. Look at this. 100% win ratio. 117 times I've played. My current streak, I had to quit a couple times, but my current streak, I have live streamed 72 days in a row. That's pretty decent. That's very good. And usually we get it on the 4th because of this goofy strategy I have. My friend, the art teacher, the painting teacher, he said that he got artsy on the 2nd one yesterday. I don't know what he guessed as his first, but whatever he did, it got it on the 2nd, artsy. What a softie, right? We were asking what Chanel is. It's like a very soft, fuzzy fabric. So I see fuzzy duckling, fuzzy slippers, fuzzy peach, fuzzy caterpillar, and fuzzy Chanel. Awesome. And then we left off, last one on the letterboxed. I did maximizing. That was a killer word. I was so proud of myself. You guys, I jumped out of my chair with maximizing. And then the G led us to God. And then the D led us to ding dong. Thank you for that one. Let's see. Who said ding dong? Did you say ding dong? Who said ding dong? Fuzzy peach. No, that was during the other. Ding dong. Oh yeah, Lightbo, you did say fuzzy peach. Yeah. No, you said ding dong. Are you hungry? You must be hungry. We're talking about steak calzones and ding dongs. Have you ever had a ding dong? It's like a pastry. It's like a donut kind of thing. And then the G led us to golf, and then my big fat head. The G and then the F led us to fending. Fending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words today. We didn't need all 6. We just needed 5. Oh, I was going to look at what yesterday's puzzle was, too. Here, let's click yesterday and see what it says. Unemployed and decrypt. Decrypt. D-E-C-R-Y-P-T. Yeah, we could have said decrypt. Interesting. I think if you saw it, here, if I just show a picture of it to you, you go, oh my gosh, I need that. Here, I'll show you Ding Dong snacks. Here, Hostess Ding Dongs. These guys are right there. Here, I'll go like this. That is a Ding Dong. It's basically a chocolate cake with filling, creamy like marshmallow filling on the inside, all enrobed in chocolate on the outside. They're insane. Now, there's also apparently a Filipino fried snack called Ding Dongs too. It's like a party mix, I guess. I've never had that. Looks good though. There's different flavors. Hot and spicy, snack mix. Yeah, they look good. This other one, see that one? It looks like, wow, and free shipping. That's not the one I know. That's the one I know. This guy right there, the Ding Dong. Yup. Ding Dong is also kind of an insulting term, right? If someone's being an idiot, you might call them a Ding Dong. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for the conversation, you guys. Thanks for the fun stream. Thanks for some help with the puzzles. And, hey, you know what? Enjoy your Wednesday. And in the case of some of us, if you're at 2 in the morning craving steak calzones, see you tomorrow. Or see you today later on. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy your day, and hopefully get some sleep too. It sounds like, you got a big day ahead of you, and here you are watching a live stream at 2 in the morning. So really, you should be asleep. So, all right, enjoy. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.